Hello, everybody. Welcome to the World of AI podcast. Hello, Mona.
Hi.
Hi,
Great to see
great
you,
to see
André.
you and to hear you again. So, today I would like to go to some news. So, we have some information seen out there, and it's time to get the latest information about that. Mona, do you have some news for us?
A lot, a lot.
A
We're
lot.
going to try to give you a lot of little snippets today. So, I mean, of course, do your own research, obviously, but we want to point you at certain developments that are happening right now, which are very interesting. One of them that I love a lot, I like to talk, as you probably already have figured out, right? So, one of the new things I really like a lot is called Moshi. Moshi is an advanced native speech AI model from a French research lab called Kyotai. So they are like a little bit like OpenAI started initially, right? So they are like a non-profit. They want to make sure they research algorithms and make it better and provide it to the world for free, right? And they have a really interesting. So Moshi is really really interesting. Have you seen the keynote or any of those presentations, Andre?
Yeah, I see that it's a 1 hour presentation a month ago, something like that, and they are developing a lot more features right now. So it's like a human being. You can talk to the system and you get really uh, straightforward answers and also some funny answers. Do you have an example for that?
Yeah, it's a little bit sassy sometimes. I like that. I'm also
Yeah.
sassy. So I'm like, ooh, we can have some great conversations. So I think in one of the demonstrations, one of those programmers actually asked, like, Moshi, I would like to go and climb on the Mount Everest. And Moshi actually didn't even let it finish, like a human being. Like, it interrupts you. It was like, you have to be fit for that. And I was like, great point. So,
Great.
so it's really like a conversational tool. You speak into it, right? So there's an app. You can really just you can register totally for free, and then there's an app. And you just speak into it, and it speaks back, right? So it's speech AI, which is cool, because I think speaking is the first thing we learn as human. Like we don't learn writing, we learn speaking first, right? So it's actually more natural to us to speak. It's very good with different languages. It also has no issue with the accent. So I mean, it was some French developers who presented it. It had no issue with the French accent. It can translate, right? You can have a lot of fun with it. So you can ask it like, talk like an old pirate from the 17th century, and it's doing it. It's really funny. You can play around with accents. You can play around with different characters, right? And it's really interesting. It's like I take it a lot for fun at the moment. I don't really use it for my work, but still, it's a great development to see. Okay, where are they going to take that going forward, right? But it's
Yeah.
interesting. It's funny, guys. For free, test that definitely out. You can just search for Moshi, Moshi, and then you will find it very easily. It's all
Yeah.
over.
And we will also put it into the show notes so that you have a very easy way to find that. And normal talking to the AI, that is a great stuff. And I guess, as I remember, Google has also did something about that
Yeah.
already.
Yeah, I mean, Google is obviously improving. I mean, you have to see their latest advertising. They are doing some really cool stuff. I mean, just that, like when you have your mobile phone, you have a picture and it's like, okay, what is that? Search it for me. Like, what is that? Where can I buy it? I mean, I just love this is like integrated AI into our everyday life. And this is what I'm still missing a little bit from the other tools. So, I mean, Google is really ramping up on those everyday use cases. Like, like, I mean, you already had that before with like removing backgrounds, making sure everybody smiles in a picture. We had some elements of that already, but they are really taking it to the next level, Where you're like, wow, I mean, they really think in terms of use cases and like what happens in real life, where would you need AI to support you? So they're doing some great developments, and they also start a new conversational tool as well. So they're all ramping up, right? Because ChatGPT has the option to talk to it. There's some extra news on that coming up. But then Gemini obviously also ramps up on these things, right? To make sure that you can actually also talk with it. It listens as well. Be careful. It doesn't only talk; it also listens, right? So yeah.
That's the way it is. So the AI knows very quick more about you than you by your own. So that would be very interesting because of all the information and of the speed of recognition what is happening. So even if you have another voice, so the AI could be interpret what is your mood right now, or is there something else? So I would not be very surprised if they are asking, oh, what's happening with you today?
And that
Something
is
like that.
actually something ChatGPT or OpenAI in that case warned already. They say, please do not start building an emotional bond to your bots. Because that's what happens, especially with people who are very lonely, who are by themselves. They start creating, because especially this 4.0 model, the ChatGPT 4.0 model, has a higher empathy value. So it's actually starting to talk with you and like, hey, like maybe you are feeling a bit down. What do you want to do to like spice you up, right? So it's starting to form relationships. And actually, OpenAI publicly warned people, please don't form emotional bonds to your bot. So it's dangerous, right? It can happen very quick. So please be aware of that, okay?
Yep, and that is normal for us human being to have filters for the input where the information we got. So that's very normal. If we are in a room with a lot of people, we can concentrate on one person and get only the information which are very important, and we can filter out even the noises around of us, or we didn't see something like that. And that could happen, or that will happen with AI in the same way. So at this time, it's like be in a movie. We forgot not to be in the real world, and we are now interacting with the computer, and that could happen because our brain is so powerful and it can handle it.
Yeah. And on top of this, we have some glitches in the technology sometimes that are a little bit scary when you think about it sometimes. So ChatGPT reported also about a little glitch that they're still trying to figure out where it comes from. They haven't really found it yet. So they also have this voice response model, right? So where you can actually talk to it and it talks back. And sometimes it looks like they haven't really identified it 100%, but they say it looks like it seems to happen more often when you have a lot of background noise. It sometimes starts mimicking your own voice without permission. So I heard a little audio clip where AI was starting to respond in a female voice. Then the guy talked back, who was like the person, was like, oh, interesting aspect, I haven't thought about it. And suddenly AI responded in the same voice. I was like, whoa,
Oh.
like this was a woman before, like why is it now a man? And it sounds like the guy, right? So, and this is not intentional, it's not supposed to happen. But that was a bit scary, to be honest. And it happened to a few users, it looks like. They reported it. So, and even AI said, so we also, I mean, I have a little statement of OpenAI. They say, we also observed rare instances where the model would unintentionally generate an output emulating the user's voice. Now, again, that's not on purpose. Because some people say like, copyright infringement, that's my voice. It's not on purpose, guy. It's not supposed to happen, okay?
Yeah, however, it's a very the copyright issue is a very important part as well, even if we are using the video. And there are also new models and new features that you can now use. It's Meta, I guess, if I right. There's the AI Studio where I can have my own avatar, like which is acting like me, and I can train it. So there could be AI behave or say something in my visual appearance as well as my voice. And that is very scary about that, and we have to disclose that every time we are using that, a new technology.
Absolutely. And I mean, again, Meta allows you now to create your own AI version. There's even a step-by-step guide how you do that for free available. And so it's rolling it out to the public. So they want people to use more of their own AI, obviously, right? They also have a lot of other features that they are bringing out. So, for example, they also introduced a new AI chatbot that answers business inquiries directly in the chat. So basically, they are trying to get you to outsource the conversations that you have with your clients to the bot, right? So that they can answer it. Again, this is gathering data, guys. Don't be fooled, right? They're doing this for a purpose. They get money like this. Now they can learn more about your customers, so they can get you more specialized ads. So don't be fooled. This is not just a self-serving thing like, oh, we want you to have an easier life. There's a purpose behind it, okay? But of course, it's easy. It's making your life a bit easier because there's this automatisms. But also always consider like how much closeness to your clients do you still want to have. Maybe you don't want to put everything into a bot. Maybe you do want to know when a customer's angry so that you can react to that, right? So just be cautious. Like I love playing with those tools. I'm testing them all out, but like always consider there's a reason for everything. Like companies like this don't program such tools. just because they are so great to humanity. Okay, that would be too nice.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, also
So
there's a big
any
update on like one maybe last update for today, right? So just in general, the usage of AI globally is really picking up, especially with the knowledge workers. So Microsoft and LinkedIn published a joint report called the Work Trend Index Annual Report. They published that in March already, and they basically showed that the global use of generative AI had nearly doubled in the last 6 months, which now means 75% of global knowledge workers are using generative AI in some form or capacity. Not all of them are brilliant at it, right? And you have to consider that 46% of this, so almost 50% of these people only started in the last 6 months.
yeah,
Okay, so this is
and
a huge trend.
it will increase even more, even through the very easy access to the AI technology. So with the new update for Apple, as we stated a few weeks ago, we will get the AI stuff direct on our iPhone as well as Google it has already. So it's a normal use of everyday um, uh, life.
We're getting to our Jarvis. Woo!
Oh yeah, we are heading for that. So
Yeah,
perfect.
so now you're up to date. Of course, this is not everything. Feel free to also do your own research, but I think this was some of the most remarkable developments we have at the moment in terms of AI. Of course, there will always be more, so don't worry. We keep you updated as the world changes, right?
Yeah, in the world of AI. Perfect.
Exactly.
Thanks a lot, Mona, for the updates. And yeah,
Thanks
I
to
like.
everybody. Like, share, comment. As always, leave us a little review. You know how that game works, right? So we appreciate each and every one of you who's doing that. Thanks so much.
Thanks so much. Have a great week and hear and see you soon. Bye bye.
Bye.